What's up, y'all? Today I want to talk about what's the next step after the studio session. After you make a hit, what do you do next? Okay, so you just finished recording in the studio. You just recorded a song. What's the next step? I see artists all the time in a rush to put it out, or put it out without getting it mixed. The first step is to get it sounding right. Whether you get it mixed or mastered, you just want to get it sounding right before you put it out. Next step is putting a plan, a strategy, the artwork, everything together. Don't just be in a rush to release it. I don't see why you guys should rush to get the song out, because you really need to put a strategy and a whole plan behind it, if you want to make something on that record. Rushing to get it out there, for that, you just email it to certain people or invite people to listen to the session and hear it. But you don't got to necessarily put it out there so fast. So some of the things I think that should be the next step would be, of course, getting the record ready with the artwork, putting it, you don't want to make it available everywhere like you can, but you want to focus on only sending the traffic to certain places, which is Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music, of course. All three of those, they generate revenue for you. Even if you're not getting so many plays in time, all of that's going to count as far as getting followers on Spotify, subscribers on YouTube, and people on your Apple Music. Yeah, it could be available everywhere, but you want to concentrate on those three. A lot of artists, they come out and they want to just put it on SoundCloud. I don't got a problem with SoundCloud. There's plenty of other outlets that you do need to focus on. SoundCloud is not the only one. There's AUDIOMACK, which is really big in Cali. They're growing by the day. They got millions of listeners. They got millions of registered users. There's Hot New Hip Hop. There's my mixtapes. There's a couple other ones. I'm gonna put them all down in the description with a link. But you need to focus on all of them. But when you're releasing something, you want to send that traffic necessarily like to one or two. I would say one of them just to see where all the fans are going, and then within the next few days or the week, release it everywhere else. But you need to focus on sending the traffic to the ones that count. And you want to get new fans. SoundCloud is cool, but like I said, AUDIOMACK is huge. They're blowing up. You're going to generate new fans. People that haven't even heard you is probably on the West Coast or that side. So all of that is important. I see a lot of artists just rushing to get the music out, putting it out not mixed, with no artwork, Instagram videos. Like, there's a world out of Instagram. A lot of rappers are just rappers for Instagram. Like, sometimes it gets me sick, because it's like Instagram should be a big ass record label, because there's only rappers on Instagram. If there wasn't Instagram, you people wouldn't even be rappers or be an artist. Like, honestly, And I'm not narrowing it down and say you people, like anyone in general. There's a lot of them that I see that is like, if Instagram was to be taken away tomorrow, they probably wouldn't have a career. So you got to be hot in the streets as well. There's people that are hot in the streets that are not even artists. So if they could do it, you could do it. And what I'm basically saying is, don't focus on just Instagram. Like, open your mind, do some research, and stop waiting for someone to do it. Because even if you pay them, it's a waiting game. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it yourself until you get there, into that point where you got people to do it. In the meantime, you got to do everything yourself, and you want to study it, because the day comes that you get signed to a label, you don't want them to do all this and you have no knowledge of it. They're going to be straight robbing you. But all this I'm going to talk about on different blogs. I'm going to narrow it down about AUDIOMACK and Dat Piff and all the other ones, explain a little bit how they work. But focus on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube, and put an artwork together. Put an artwork, put a video, put a promo, put some funny stuff, serious stuff, anything that represents the song, brings the song to life, brings it to a visual. So don't necessarily got to be an artwork all the time. I see people do videos and skits. You got to make everything look right. Don't be in a rush to put it out. You got to put a plan behind it. If you got a small budget, Spotify does the Spotify ads starting at like $250, and the ads running between people listening to Spotify, such as yo, my name is such and such, check out my new record. The record plays 10-15 seconds. You could hear more of me at this and this and that. Follow me now. And then the next song plays. You know, it's a little ad that they put in between. You could do that on YouTube. You could do that on Spotify. There's other places you could do it, but I would focus on Spotify. What I mean by co-signing it is have people reposting it. Don't just post it hoping everyone's going to repost it. You got to let them know that you need a favor, you want them to repost it, you know, because nowadays there's so much, it's saturated. There's so much promo, so much. People don't even want to follow someone that just posts promo, or listen to this. Like, you have to put it in the mix, you know. You got to make it blend in. You got to make it interesting. So get people to repost it, and don't expect them to do it just because they follow you or they fuck with you. You know, you're gonna be mad at people because they're not gonna all post it. You know, they're not gonna all get a notification as soon as you post it. You know, some people don't even be on Instagram all day, you know, for whatever reason. But the point is, you gotta hit them up and let them know that you want them to repost it. Hit them up on the call, text, come see them in person, tell them, yo, I need a favor, I just released this. It'll mean a lot to me if you could post it. Post it at this time. You know, that way they don't post it late night, or they don't go right away and post it. Be like, yo, post it at this date, to this time, tomorrow, whatever date is that you want it out. But tell them to post it. It's as simple as a call or a text. You know, then if they don't post it, then you got a reason to be upset or whatever. But still, that's not even a good reason to be upset. But expecting people to do things, you gotta let yourself down. You know, so, but focus on getting people to repost it that don't have the same followers as you. You know, like getting mad at some of your homeboys not to repost it because they didn't repost it or post your stuff every day. That's stupid to me because you guys got the same followers. So at that point, you guys are annoying people with some of your posts. You know, so focus on getting people to post your stuff or repost your stuff that don't have the same followers as you. You want to gain a new fan base. You don't want to throw the same thing in everyone's face, the same exact people. You know, if they already follow you and you guys got the same followers, like, it doesn't make sense. So just focus on getting a new fan base, you know, working on some of the new outlets. You know, you just got to do research. You type things on Google and YouTube, you're going to find all these new hip-hop websites, these streaming apps. You know, you got to get it out there. A lot of artists don't put their lyrics down, and now you got Apple, Instagram on the stories. They could put the song with the lyrics, and your lyrics ain't coming out because you guys are not writing the lyrics and inputting it in the system with CD Baby, Apple Music, or whatever it is. But there's a lot of things that you guys are not focusing on because you're in a rush to get the music out. So put the plan together, put a strategy, and that's your next step after the studio. After you make a banger in the studio, don't just keep making music, expecting something to happen. You gotta make it happen.
Post for a bitch, how they looking so mean. Shit I ain't seen. Her pussy ballin', the shine is the clean. Post.